Now it's on. Well, you're an artificial intelligence, right? Can you just, like, turn off your audio receptors or something? Don't think it'll be bothering you then. I could. Not gonna happen. Damn it. Kinda creepy to record all that in any case. Not gonna lie. I thought you said you didn't watch me sleep. Oh, burn. Burn on the AI. I don't. Not at all. It's for security. Security reasons. I can't change that. It'd be a breach of protocol. She was insistent on the point. I didn't know artificial intelligence could blush. Okay, she's been blushing quite a few times now. But definitely, they got that right, at least. They still need to work on this point, though. Some of it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. She was getting so embarrassingly squirmy, so visible flustered, I laughed in her face. Alright, fine, I get it. I'll try to get some more sleep. That seemed to satisfy her. A small warm smile crept across her face. So what have you been up to then? I'd hope you've been doing more than just watching me sleep. Very funny! Actually, well, I've been combing through our database registries. It's funny, they've always been here, but I haven't really engaged with them in the past. Databases? Yes, they're standard in all outgoing Titan transportation systems. Trillions of archival documents stored electronically inside the holographic layers of each vessel. The database is intended for the purposes of extraterrestrial ambassadorship. It's a compilation of digitally preserved artifacts dating back to the times of old Earth. Huh. They go that far back, do they? Hard to believe that every dingy little spaceship like this one carries the full extent of humanity's cultural footprint. It's a wonder they managed to fit it all in. Huh. It's a little romantic, don't you think? Okay, if you think about it, yes, there's a male passenger with a female AI as his navigator. A cute AI, I should say. Well, like candlelight dinner romantic? No, nothing like that. Like, idyllic, nachos. I'll just go with that. I don't quite follow. It's incredible they fit so much together and all, but it's like, well, you know, when mankind first landed on the moon, orbiting old Earth. Of course, it's like a galactic civil holiday. Built a museum over their footprints. It's a hard thing to not learn about. She nodded. Of course, the lunar plague, that's preserved there, too. Here, man from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon, July 1969 AD. We came in peace for all mankind. It was a message for visitors from abroad. Even when man first broke through the skies to the stars, they looked beyond the veil to find others like them. Budapest placed a hand on the console, silently, delicately patting it. She looked down and examined her pale, dainty fingers as she spoke on. And even today we carry their dream with us, along with their memories. Their dream of meeting travelers like us, just from a different walk of the world. I think that's really incredible. That's the sort of romantic I was thinking about. ... The dreamy look in her eyes was dissonant. She stared out in the front of the cockpit. How long has she been staring out into the stars like that? It didn't help that I was buying into her wistful prose of a little myself. It was whimsical and saccharine. But I couldn't think of a better reason to public transit fleet for commuters would be outfitted with all known human knowledge. I'd opened my mouth to respond and tried to shoot her down, but I honestly couldn't. I didn't have a better idea, and, well, I'd not have been able to live with myself. Kind of lousy to trample on the imagination of a naive, innocent girl, artificial intelligence or otherwise. At least this guy's not entirely stupid. He at least has some decency and respect. No offense, but the world today has lost that respect. I turned my gaze to the stars out in front of me, opting to change the subject. I don't suppose you've met any strange, distant travelers yourself, flying about in outer space. Who? Other than you? Budapest giggled warmly. I rolled my eyes a little. Sadly, no. But there are maybe 50 million spacefaring vessels from Titan Transport alone currently making their rounds across mapped space. If any travelers encountered one of us, I'm sure they'd be well met with generous gift. I wouldn't terribly mind if one of those millions swung by to pick us up too. That was a sadder, smaller laugh than one I would have liked to hear. So we've the sum of all human knowledge at our fingertips. What do we do with it? She had a starry look in her eyes. Have you ever taken a look at them yourself before this? The databases? No, actually. Reading through them was never part of my duties. That suited me fine. There was always enough for me to do to ensure a safe and pleasant voyage. A straight-laced answer, as expected. Wasn't expected, though. What wasn't expected was the way her eyes focused hungrily, lustfully at the console. But now that you mention it, I'm awfully Oh, man. I really need to work on this. I'm awfully, not awful, I would say awfully curious, because that sounds better, to have a peek inside, aren't you? We've got a month to kill. No objections here, I suppose. Oh, come on, smile a little. This could be fun. Aren't you excited? I guess. I could be a little bit more excited to take a gander at the dusty old records of a bunch of dead folk. Actually, I was a lot more interested than I was letting on. But seeing her pout like that was a treat. I let out a chuckle as she pecked angrily away at the displays. I leaned over to get a better look at what she was up to. It was a digital interface, an encyclopedic search engine, remarkably modern stuff. So, what you looking up first? Would you like to know? Actually, I would. Budapest snickered. Hold on 1 second, and it took a second for the display to refresh, and there it was. Budapest, Hungary, situated in Central Europe back in old Earth. They said it was one of the most beautiful cities on the continent. Figured she'd want to look up that first. And to be quite honest, it fits. Didn't take you for an actual child. Sum of all human knowledge at your fingertips, and you look up your own name. Narcissism, isn't it? bullying me. I chuckled again. It was fun to get her on her case about it. Shaking her head, she refocused her attention. Budapest was a union of 3 cities. The 2 cities of Buda and Obuda were on the hilly western side of the Danube River. The city of Pest on the flat eastern side. They were connected via bridges and, oh my, what is it? I caught a look at what she was reacting to. It was a sprawling series of buildings with spires extending up and above the rest of the city. It was imposing, yet oddly regal and cultural at the same time. I squinted to read the caption beneath it. Budapest Parliament Building. Its grounds extend across 18,000 square meters. What? 40 kilos of gold? They decorated the rooms with gold. I don't think you'd be able to find any left over, though. Nah, guess not. Damn. According to this, Budapest was remarkably artistic and cultured. Oh, and look at this. She brought up the image of another building, an opera house. The caption said it already looked ancient by the time the photograph was taken. Odds were that it was nothing but dust in this day and age. I grimaced. Ain't that something? Oh, look at this. Ah, what's that? Says here that the namesakes come from Slavic words. Buddha was for water, pest for oven. I glanced over to her. She didn't seem to get it either. I guess it would fit you perfectly, wouldn't it? Huh? I beg your pardon. Are you saying I look like a water oven? That's not what I'm saying. What I mean, water and fire. Like, there's a clarity to what you say and what you do. And you have this, like pure innocence about you. Since, well, But at the same time, you're also warm and passionate. You get excited easily, as if there's a spark of something in your eyes. Like you've got both water and fire within you. You've got a lot of faces, is what I'm saying. Sorry. I'm just rambling at this point. It was a stupid analogy, so... No, it's alright. I didn't know you could be such a sweet talker. Hey. Huh? Really? I just felt like being a little poetic. She really taken to that comparison. I'm not sure why exactly. She was programmed to have a blushing animation, but... Shut up, phone. I wasn't opposed. It was nice to see from her. Calming, even. Warm. Pastor, sir. Yeah, what is it? I felt like, well, we're talking about my name and... Question. Huh? She was acting awfully strange now, fidgeting with herself. After a brief awkward moment, she chuckled a little too loudly, and perhaps in a poorly veiled attempt to dissipate the tension. Never mind about that. It's a frivolous thought. I was wondering was if would you like me to read you any interesting passages in a databanks? It'd make for a good in-flight entertainment. And that's another responsibility of a good stewardess. At least in this case, it would. She approached this proposal with such vigor, only to stumble near the end. I waved my hand. I knew this was less about me and more about letting her sate her own curiosity. So I think I'd be up for that. Maybe less on the architecture, though. It's depressing to think everything in these photos is probably dust or in ruins now. Ah, noted. Yes, your request is duly received. And right then and there, Budapest and I had something of a contract. This was a way of getting through the day. and then it wasn't necessarily a disagreeable one. What I wasn't counting on was how much sheer data she flipped through in a single day. She didn't stop at Hungary. We ended up talking a whirlwind tour through the rest of mainland Europe. Berlin, Bucharest, I think Bucharest, Vienna, Florence, Bruges. The list went on and on. She was feverish, insatiable in her search for knowledge. It was an information overload. Damn it. She was enamored by a cookbook now. Parisian cuisine, Oh, maybe we could try making French crepes with the replicator passenger, sir. Yeah, I'm good. A Castilian palele, or pela. I hope I'm not messing that up too much. Really, it's Atlantic cod. I am going to shut my eyes for a bit. I'm a little tired and, well, you wanted me to get more sleep, didn't you? At least you won't be watching me sleep anymore now that you have something to do. Oh! Again. In a way, that's a pretty good line to use. Cause just look at that little bit of shock is like totally embarrassed. Roger that, sir. Oh, that's so adorable. Funny thing is, I only see this in anime, but damn, that's adorable. Just sleep well. And so I closed my eyes and rubbed against the fabric of the co-pilot's seat. I tried my hardest to get to sleep. Shut up, phone, don't say a word. It was all I could do to block out her excited chattering. I had no idea what I'd wake up to later, but hopefully it would all clear up in the morning, whenever that would come. ... A few more dots. A few more dots. A light. The time is now 1200 hours! Woo! That time again, huh? If nothing else, Budapest was punctual. I made to undo my pencil-lit body from the heap of limbs, rising slowly to the day. My hair was a mess, matted down in awkward places. I rustled it back in somewhat presentable shape. I'd rather have woken up to the morning sun at the sight of the stars. It didn't feel natural to live and sleep like this, but small sacrifice to make in a space travel. I suppose I've gotten used to it. Good morning, passenger sir. Yeah, lovely morning. I responded really to Budapest's sunny little greeting, readjusting my posture in the co-pilot's seat. If you need breakfast, our in-flight replicator could surely assist you. Ah, the replicator. I'd always been worried about the replicators. They sounded great on paper, but being able to make any kind of food you needed at the time, but in execution, they left something to be desired. I glanced around the control panel in front of me, stored just beneath the enormous control deck, a smaller console attached to what looked like an ancient microwave oven kept to itself. Weird place to keep a replicator. I would suppose it was the human pilot's responsibility to provide for their own meals on a flight. I punched in some numbers and what was it? 2424? The machine hummed, and then filled with a bright white light, I opened the door, and once the steam faded away, I saw a small paper cup standing in the center of the contraption. I took a look at the cup's contents. Looked like coffee. I took a sip, then gagged. Ach! I sighed. It was lukewarm, too. Budapest glanced at me with a frown. Ah, you see, they make a transit shuttle doesn't exactly have the highest budget replicator. Oh well. Caffeine's caffeine, I suppose. I gulped down the foul, infernal black concoction. Shut up, phone. then crushed the cup in my hand. It seemed to give away too easily.